Hey everyone, it's Jeff Douglas, Doctor of Physical Therapy and Golf Strength and Conditioning Coach here at Empower Physical Therapy in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And today I'm going to talk about rotary trunk power and speed. So when we look at golf fitness and areas that we can improve power and speed, we really break it up into about 4 different areas, all right? And so the first one we talk about is our ability to create vertical force, which would be like jumping activities using our legs. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be the rotary trunk region. And the trunk we talk about is like our upper rib cage and upper back kind of, and our pelvis. So our trunk is about this area, all right? So creating speed and power in this. And then we call chop speed and power, which is using our arms to generate speed, right? So if I went to the top of the swing, we want to be able to create power and speed with our arms by themselves. And then you can also get into our wrist and hands, generating force and speed with our hands. So those are the big 4. And so if you were to get into some 3D analysis equipment, that's where we look at the kinetic sequence, where we create power from the ground reaction force, which we talk about, which that force is then transmitted into our trunk and pelvis region, right? So it creates this kind of this whip, right? So it starts here, then the trunk and pelvis follow our legs, which then goes into our arms, which then goes into the club, which then we transmit that force into the ball. And we want the kinetic sequence to be in that series. And then we can then, in the fitness world, break down each one and work on speed and power for that segment of the body. So in this video here, I'm gonna go over just a few different ideas that you could start doing on your own in your golf fitness program to work on the speed and power of our trunk. Again, our pelvis speed and our upper back speed here, that would help you generate more power and speed into your club so that you can hit the ball further. Here I'm using a TRX Rip Trainer. If you have a Golf Forever tool, you could use that as well. Something with a little bit of resistance, all right? You could make your own. You could just take a bungee and tie it to a wall. But I'm gonna put it up in my chest area, all right? And what I'm gonna work on is you could just do a quick turn, but I'm focusing on turning with my upper body here. I'm not using my arms, all right? And I'm just gonna do a quick turn with this, and you should feel your abs really creating this force. So one option is just turning like that. You could do a counter turn and then turn, like you're doing a whole full swing, right? If you wanna start getting some momentum in it, you could add a step with it, working on getting to that front leg. But again, I'm trying to create all the speed and power using all my muscles within pelvis and upper trunk region, all right? And then make sure you do this on both sides. All right, here we're gonna do a shot put throw. And if you come down onto one knee or 2 knees to do this exercise, that's gonna take your lower body out. I cannot push off the ground with my lower body to do this exercise. So everything I'm generating is gonna be from the trunk when I do this, all right? So that's why it's a good option to do some of your exercises always on one knee. Take the lower body out, then you have to develop all the speed and power from the upper body. If you do one knee, I get to work on rotating around a hip, just like a golf swing. It also makes your base support more narrow, so it challenges your core and balance this way, all right? If I was wider, it's a little easier, but if you get more narrow, then it adds a little component with that. All you're gonna do is come here, wind up, we're working on a big turn, and you're gonna fire it like that. Trying to create much speed in that trunk, in the transverse place or rotary, like that. All right, max intent every time we do power, which means do it as quickly and as powerfully as you can. So do that on both sides, and that would be your half kneel shot put throw. Here's a drill we like to use to improve our pelvic rotation speed. So flip that strap into our right leg, come around, spin it around so it's around your pelvis here. Make sure it's high enough, kind of around your butt. Get into your golf stance, go into your backswing, and then work on shifting and rotating the hips, all right? Working on rotary speed of our pelvis against some resistance with this exercise. You could also set it up a different way so it would actually pull you quicker into rotation, so it's assisting you to work on being faster, so like an overspeed drill. Then we're gonna work on some torso rotation with some resistance. So taking a band, anchor it to anything that you can, and I'm gonna do a right-handed spin here, and I'm using the trunk to drive the motion here. So my arm stays straight. I'm going to step back. Trunk drives the motion. Step back. Trunk drives the motion. So you're getting a little ground reaction force by pushing on this one. And it might be a little bit choppy, but if I keep my arms right here and I'm pivoting with my trunk, we're developing the speed from our trunk rotary. All right, versus chop, this would stay still, my arm would move separate. I'm trying to use core to drive the motion. So again, if I'm going to my right here, step back, boom, be quick, and then you would perform it the other way. So if you're looking to get help improving your speed, you're having dealing some injuries, give us a call or shoot us an email. We'd love to get you set up for a consultation.